Hi there, future scientists and math wizards. Welcome to Smile Road. I'm Sir M, and I created this channel just for you, senior high school students looking to make science and math easier, clearer, and yes, even more fun. On Smile Road, we explore exciting lessons in general science, solve real life problems in general mathematics, and learn how these subjects connect to the world around us, from floating boats to your monthly budget. Each meeting, I'll guide you through lessons using simple explanations, real life examples, and even a few challenges to keep your brain sharp. Whether you're reviewing for exams, catching up on class topics, or just curious about how the world works, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning adventures here on Smile Road. So, are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's walk the road of knowledge with a smile. Our lesson number 46 is about understanding how changing the shape, mass, volume of an object affects whether it floats or sinks. What makes an object float or sink? An object floats or sinks based on the relationship between its weight and the amount of fluid it displaces. This is explained by Archimedes' principle. An object will float if the buoyant force is greater than or equal to its weight. What happens when we change shape, mass, or volume? Number one, changing the shape. Changing the shape can change how much water is displaced. Even if the mass stays the same, a wider or hollow shape like a boat can trap more air and displaces more water, increasing buoyant force. An example, a ball of clay sinks, but if you flatten it into a ball shape, it can float because it spreads out and pushes more water away. Next, changing the mass or the weight. More mass is equals to more weight. If the object becomes too heavy and the fluid can push back with enough force, it will sink. Example, adding rocks into a canoe will eventually cause it to sink even if the total weight becomes more than the buoyant force. Number 3, changing the volume or the size. Larger volume remains more fluid is displaced, so more buoyant force is generated. If an object gets bigger without increasing its mass too much, it will float better. A big hollow plastic container floats better than a small solid one of the same material. Okay, Chamari, change in shape, effect and floating, spreading out can help float, displaces more fluid. Changing the mass, heavier objects are more likely to sink. Changing volume, larger volume helps displace more fluid and float. Formulas. Density formula, so rho is equals to m over v. Number 2, buoyant force, Archimedes principle. Buoyant force is equals to the density of the fluid times the volume of the displace multiplied by the gravitational constant. Number 3, conditions for floating or sinking. Object, object floats if density object is less than the density of fluid, or the buoyant force is greater than the weight of the object. Number 3, object sinks if the density of the object is greater than the density of fluid And of course, the buoyant force is less than the weight of the object. The object is neutrally buoyant suspended if the density of the object is equal to the density of the fluid, or the buoyant force is equals to the weight of the object. So number 4, the weight of the objects is equal to mass times the gravitational constant. Number 5, volume and shape. Changing the shape of an object changes its volume and surface area, which affects the volume of the fluid displaced and thus the buoyant force. Practice problems. Number 1, a rectangular wooden block has a mass of 500 grams and dimensions 10 centimeter by 5 centimeter by 4 centimeter. Will the block float or sink in water? The density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Show your calculations. Given the mass, 500 grams, the dimensions is 10 by 5 by 4. Will it float? Of course, multiplying the dimensions, you will have the volume, which is 200 centimeter cube. And to obtain the density is mass over volume. Substituting the given and the calculated data, the answer is 2.5 gram per cubic meter. Of course, the object will sink because its density is greater than the density of water, which is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Number 2, a metal cube has a volume of 125 cubic centimeter and a mass of 1,000 grams. Will it float or sink in water? Explain your reasoning. Given M 1,000 grams, V 125 centimeter cube, will it float? Calculating the density is equal to mass over volume, substitute the given data, the answer is 8 grams per cubic centimeter. The final answer is it will sink because the density of the metal cube is greater than the density of water. Number 3, a plastic ball weighs 200 grams and displaces 300 centimeter cube of water when fully submerged. Will it float or sink? Mass grams displays volume 300 cubic centimeter. Will it float? So the density is the mass over volume. Substitute the given data. It's 0.67 gram per centimeter cube. The answer is the plastic ball will float because its density, 0.67 gram per cubic centimeter, is less than the density of water. Number 4, an object floats in water with 60% of its volume submerged. If the object has a total volume of 500 cubic centimeter, how much water does it displace? Given total volume 500 cubic centimeter and the submerged is 60%. Required volume of water displaced. So to obtain the displaced volume, just multiply the total volume by the submerged in terms of percent. The final answer is 300 cubic centimeter. Number 5, a student changes the shape of a lump of clay from a compact ball into a flat, boat-like structure. It initially sank, but now it floats. Why did this happen? Answer: when reshaped into a boat, the clay's volume increases, displacing more water, and its average density increases, allowing it to float. Number 6, a hollow aluminum cylinder with a mass of 1.5 kilogram is dropped into water and sinks. If the student increases the volume of the cylinder by making it wider and more hollow, will it likely what will likely happen to its buoyancy? Answer: increasing the volume will, while keeping mass constant, lowers the density and increases buoyancy, so the object may start floating. Number 7. An iron nail sinks in water, but when the same mass of iron is shaped into a ball, it floats. What physical principle explain this? Answer: explained by Archimedes' principle. Reshaping increases volume and reduces average density, allowing it to float. Number 8. A boat made from styrofoam has a mass of 2.5 kilograms and displaces 3,000 cubic centimeter of water. Will it float? Show your density comparison. Given M 2,500 grams, V 3,000 cubic centimeter, will it float? Solution: using the formula for density, mass over volume, substitute the given data. The final answer is 0.83 gram per cubic centimeter for its density. And because the density of the boat is less than the density of water, the boat will float. Number 9. An object with a volume of 1,000 cubic centimeter floats in water and supports an additional mass of 500 grams before sinking. How much total mass can it support before it becomes fully submerged? So the given volume is 1,000 cubic centimeter and it displaces 1,000 grams of water. So the required supported mass, the answer is 100 grams, including the object and any load. Number 10. A sealed plastic container, mass of 1.2 kilogram, volume of 2,000 cubic centimeter is placed in water. Determine whether it will float or sink. Given mass 1,200 grams, volume 2,000 cubic centimeter. Calculating the density, mass over volume, substituting the given data, 0.6 gram per centimeter. The sealed plastic container will float because its density is less than 1.0, which is the density of water. So MCQ for today's lesson. Number 1. What does an object need to do in order to float in a liquid? A. Have more mass than the liquid. B. Displace enough liquid to balance its weight. C. Be completely solid. D. Be heavier than liquid. Number 2. Which of the following changes would most likely help a heavy object float? A. Reducing its volume. B. Making it denser. C. Changing its shape to spread out more. Letter D is increasing its weight. Number 3. Why do ships made of steel float while solid steel balls sinks? Letter A. Ships are made of lighter steel. B. Ships are hollow and displace more water. Letter C. Ships have no mass. Letter D. Water pushes steels upward more than other metals. Number 4. Which physical property directly affects how much fluid is displaced by an object? A. Color. B. Mass. C. Volume. D. Temperature. Number 5. What happens when you increase the volume of an object without changing its mass? A. It becomes more dense. It sinks faster. It may float better. D. Its shapes becomes round. Number 6. A small metal cube sinks in water. What change would help it float? A. Compressing it into a smaller size. B. Heating it. C. Reshaping it into a ball. D. Painting it. Number 4. Which of the 7 is true about the mass and floating? And letter A. Objects with more mass always float. B. Mass has no object Okay, we will continue with our presentation in our next lesson, next part. Thank you.